Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So as you may have seen, there is a new video on the channel. That video is basically a film which I shot for a customer. I uploaded it to YouTube because, again, why not? It's also more accessible to more devices and to people worldwide. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is I'm giving back the equipment. So I'm the videographer in that film, actually the photographer. And what I did, I actually borrowed a bunch of equipment because they said to me, oh, use our equipment, okay? So I borrowed a bunch of it, cost-free, because obviously the partnership with them. And now I'm giving it all back. So I had it for about 3 months, this equipment. I just had it sitting on my floor. It's worth about 11K. And I just had it sitting on my floor. And yeah, it's not my equipment. I'm giving it back to the owners of it. And I thought, why not show you the last time I'm going to see it and the last goodbye. So let's just turn this off real quick. Neutral, perfect. Fine, let me show you all this equipment. It's very cool. It's very cool equipment. It's cameras, gimbals, absolutely everything. Look, take my sunglasses off for a sec. Fine. So this is, obviously there was much more equipment. This is just like, basically I'll explain what happened, okay? So we had shooting days where we needed LED lights and big manaphoto lights and huge lights, and we had some days where we just needed the camera and a tripod, which in this case the last scene that we shot was inside a house and there was lights and everything, so we didn't need any RGB lights and any crazy huge manaphoto light boxes and stuff. Therefore I just rented the camera and the tripod. So let me just show you this real quick, because this is literally the last time I'm going to see it. I'm never going to see it again, and I'm not going to continue with them. I'm moving over to do partnerships with different companies, and I tell you, this company, it was finicky. Again, every equipment is finicky. Like, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos and watched a bunch of tutorials on how to use the camera, how to set it up properly, how to do everything. The person before me reset the camera, which was a bit annoying, so it made it a bit difficult to adjust some settings, because all reset, a lot of it was wiped. So a bit annoying, but whatever. I managed. Obviously, it's not the best camera in the world. It's a Lumix GH5. Obviously, I would be much happier if it was like a red or a Blackmagic. But again, we all know the prices of those. Anyway, let me just show you real quickly. So this was the tripod. It was an E-Image tripod, the GA752S. Great tripod. It's difficult to set up though, but once it's set up, it's amazing. It's the best. It's got insane ball joints. It's got water levers, very important on a tripod. My tripods don't have water levers. I just use the water lever of the camera, which is I don't know. Let's just set this down for a second so I can now close it. 1 minute. But yeah, I do think that it was very cool, this tripod. I would highly recommend it, again, for just the what do you call it, the like how professional it is. Again, it's incredible, absolutely incredible. So that was a lot of fun. I'd definitely buy this. I just need to look up the prices for it, but I'd definitely buy it. Fantastic. That is on my list of purchase. Now, let me show you the main thing, of course. This is the camera, because this is a camera bag. This whole bag is worth about 8,000, 9,000. Now, first of all, this is a DJI, oh, there's a lot of, put it in the shade. This is a DJI RS3, not the RS3 Mini, this is the RS3 itself, the full-size one, as you can see. But I didn't use this because, again, like, they let me borrow it, but it was a bit finicky and it wasn't designed with the GH5. For some reason, I couldn't get the Lumix GH5 camera to balance on it. I did use a different gimbal, which they also have. This company, they have two gimbals. They have this, the DJI, and then they have the ZU Crane also. That was very good. I liked that. It did end up, like, stop centering mid-filming. We were filming and it suddenly turned off, and it was a nightmare. Most of the time, it was handheld and tripod shots, or we just balanced it on a table or somewhere. Now, this is the camera. This is, oh, 1 second, don't drop it. Wait. This is the camera, a Lumix GH5 with a 12 to 60mm lens. The f aperture, I'm not sure. It's a Leica. Doesn't say exactly the f aperture. Here. Yeah, this was very good. I really like this as the model number. This was good fun. Obviously, I prefer Canon more. I'm more of like a Canon person. But the Lumix was great fun. Again, shoots 4K. It was very good. Let me put a battery in it real quick and show you exactly what it looks like once you put a battery in it. But that camera was good. I learned it inside out like a lunatic. And it was good. I used my SD card. I had a 512 gigabyte SD card. Make sure it's not in here. My fingers. No, not in there. There's another thing. This has 2 SD card slots. I use slot 1. It's just more recommended, easier to use. Now, let's turn it on. Okay. No battery. Oh, what a shame. Oh, yeah, I've used it all. But that was a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it. It has got its downsides. One of them, from using it, again, from using a Canon, I'd say more of like the focus. The focus was a bit difficult on this. You had to... Autofocus is shit. Whatever camera you use, do not use autofocus. Always use manual focus. It was a bit difficult to use the focus in this. For example, we shot one scene, and luckily it was only a 10-second scene, but it's in the final film. And the main actor is standing there, and he's obviously acting, and he's doing facial expressions. His phone rings, and he's like, he's worried, right? And that was not focused. The stupid autofocus focused on the lights, on the freaking lamp in the background and not on the actor's face. And we didn't notice that until afterwards, because we looked at it on a monitor, which isn't here sadly because we didn't need it for the last one. But we looked at it on a monitor, and yeah, it looked all focused. We're like, oh, it's fine, but whatever. It's a 10-second scene. The film wasn't perfect in my opinion. We could have done much better, again, if we had more gear and focused a little bit more. But whatever, I'm happy with the result. Everyone's happy. Again, everyone's happy with the result. Like, in my opinion, I personally could have done better. Obviously, the director was amazing, but the producer wasn't there. He was like 20% there, the producer. And the editor, his timing wasn't perfect. It was so late on it. So if I had to do it again, I'd first of all the director's fantastic. I'd happily have him again. Like, as many times as he wants, I'd happily work with him. He's great. He's just encouragement and attention to details, insane. There was one shot he was shooting, and everyone else on the team was like, oh, you don't need any. And the director's like, no, I just want it. It's a shot of her necklace. You can see at the end of the film. And he's like, I want the shot of her necklace. And I'm like, okay, fine. So we'll shoot it. And we shot it. And afterwards, when we showed the film, everybody I showed it to, family members and friends, they all said that the necklace at the end, the fact they added that, had so much depth and meaning to the thing. And I'm like, wow, it's such a small detail, but yet everyone I've showed the film to, family members and friends, they've all paid attention to that detail and said, like, wow, well done. That's like, that detail really does highlight the situation. So again, my director, absolutely fantastic guy. Always there. He'd always make time. It was fantastic. I'd definitely work with him again. I was very good. Everybody loved me. And what can I say? That the producer wasn't so good. Again, it was his job to get all the actors and the director's job to get all the actors. Basically, I was the one who got all the actors. I advertised on Amazon. I advertised on Facebook. I got all the actors. There's the camera. I advertised everything on Facebook, got all the actors. I messaged them. I arranged with them. So everything that was connected to the actors, I dealt with. The photographer had to deal with that, which, again, it was good fun, but wasn't my responsibility. But the producer did not do anything. He was busy with some stupid scouts thing, so I'm like, ah! But whatever, it is fine. It worked out in the end. But again, I'd say I did 50% and the producer did 50% of the film. That's literally it. Like, in other words to say, 50% was me and 50% was him. In terms of managing and arranging, that's how it was. But anyway, it was good. I'm happy with the result. And it was worth it. Again, it's on YouTube. You could see it. And yeah, the camera gear was great. Really did like it. It was a lot of fun. I just use a Blackmagic next time. Again, we know now what to use, what not to use. This was good as well. This was the the Lumix sound thing, very good. We had microphones plugged into it. It was great. We had a boom mic, not here currently, but we had that, and it was perfect. Obviously, I also paired some of my gear because, again, some of their lights like used a lot of outlets. So when we were shooting, if you see the Kai scene, when we were shooting that outdoors, you haven't got outlets unless you use an electric generator, but they didn't have. So a lot of my lights are battery powered. So we ended up using a lot of my lights, which is good. Again, like obviously I mix some of my gear because they all use the same screws, 1x4, and all cold shoe, hot shoe. So stay hydrated. So it was good fun. I mixed, for example, I had a lot of RGB lights that go into the cold shoe mount, so I used those. And one of my tripods we used some colourful ring lights that I own, and a lot of adapters were mine. They didn't have adapters, so I had to use my adapters. The SD card was mine. And yeah, it was good fun. It was very good. Yeah, it was difficult because we had 540 540 shots in total, everything. So the editor, for every scene, all the scenes together, there was 540 shots, and the editor had to narrow it down to about 10 shots a scene. I'm not exactly sure. I don't understand that aspect. I understand the photography aspect. And yeah, it was good fun. So if you want to shoot a film or an ad, then I have my Gmail down below. You can contact me. Again, I have my own gear. I have a Canon camera, I have a DJI mobile gimbal, I've got a bunch of lights, GoPros. So if you need an advert or you need to shoot a film, then you can contact me in my email below. And yeah, also if we work together as customer and as partners, then obviously you can also rent gear, and yeah, go beyond even rent gear and use my own gear. Whatever you want, I can do. You can see my work from the film that I made, and you can see also the other crazy videos I've used and made. So, or the gear I've used in those videos and made. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. A lot of fun. Thank you very much for the opportunity as well. For the guys in the description of the film, for Naved Bidiani is the director. I know he was another guy who supplied stuff, Audio Bio, and what's his name, and the other one, Kimo. He wasn't so good. He was the producer. He was like 20% there. Whatever, I'm not complaining. It worked out well. I did 50%, the other guy did 50%, 30%. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye bye.